slacking off at work, gossiping with my bestie. Our vice president's butt looks so perky in that suit. I really want to slap it. I turned around and saw him watering a fake flower. During the meeting, he wore a long down jacket over his suit and sweated buckets from the heat, but refused to take it off. I'm dead. He must have heard something. To keep him from getting the wrong idea, I confessed to someone else. He cornered me, looking furious. Casting your net wide enough? You even set your sights on my brother? There's a new vice president at the company, and he's ridiculously good looking. Broad shoulders, narrow waist, long legs, sharp eyebrows, starry eyes, and a cute perky butt. He instantly became the hottest topic in the office gossip circle. I was slacking off at work, bored, so I ranted to my bestie. Our VP is literally walking hormones. Looks like he'd be great in bed. Doghead, his butt is so perky in that suit. I really want to slap it. Doghead, but right after I said that, I turned around and saw Lu Jinzhou, the vice president, just 5 meters away from me. He was watering a fake flower. Help! Did he hear me? I didn't dare look at him and bolted away immediately. 10 minutes later, at the meeting, I saw Lu Jinzhou again, but he had put on a long black down jacket over his suit. The indoor heating was blasting. Before long, he was sweating profusely from the heat. Yet he refused to take off that jacket, no matter what. I'm screwed. Big time. He must have heard me saying I wanted to slap his butt. Does he think I'm a pervert? Help! I'm freaking out. Just then, a message popped up in the office gossip group. Mr. Lu is wearing a down jacket when it's so warm in here, and he's even sweating through it. Too bad. All looks no substance. How weak is his health? I was feeling weak too. Guilt-ridden. I was distracted the entire day. Every second felt like an hour. I managed to hang on until half an hour before the end of work. I was about to go take a paid poop break, but of course, I ran into Lu Jinzhou in the hallway, just coming out of the bathroom. He wasn't wearing the down jacket. Sure enough, he took it off when I wasn't around. He's avoiding me? He walked toward me, taking long strides with those legs of his. My heart raced more with every step he took, until he stood right in front of me. A faint cedar scent lingered around my nose. I forced a fake smile and greeted him. Mr. Lu, you came to use the bathroom in person? His narrow, long eyes drooped slightly, glancing at me. Otherwise? Me. When you run into your boss, the boss always wins. I quickly stepped aside to let him pass. But he also stepped aside, letting me pass. In the end, I moved left. He moved left. I moved right. He moved right. This cursed chemistry. Lu Jinzhou sighed helplessly. Wang Yi, are you blocking me on purpose? I blurted out without thinking. No. Boss. Let me explain. Wait, no. Let me defend myself. I wanted to slap myself the second I said that. Won't let you leave without slapping it, huh? He looked down at me, a mocking smirk tugging at his lips. Me. Someone please save me. I scrambled back to my office. Paid poop break. Turns out I don't deserve it. Back at my desk, I couldn't help complaining to my work-slacking buddy. What do I do if I accidentally offended the vice president? My colleague comforted me. Don't worry. Just lay low. He's leaving soon. The company appointed a new vice president, who's starting next week. The appointment letter's already out. I opened my work email and saw the bright red official document. Lu Jinzhou was relieved of his position as vice president, and a new VP would take office next week. I was completely confused. Lu Jinzhou hadn't been with the company long, and he hadn't made any mistakes. On the contrary, under his leadership, business had been booming. Could he have resigned voluntarily? That night, I tossed and turned, unable to fall asleep. I couldn't help venting to my bestie. Do you think our VP ran away because I said I wanted to slap his butt? Oh, will he fire me? My bestie replied instantly. Then you have to do it before you get fired, doghead me. This troublemaker always has the weirdest focus. My bestie added, slap it really hard, doghead me. Oh, I was just talking trash. I didn't mean to drive him to leave this beautiful city overnight. I'm done for. Am I going to lose my job? Will I get fired tomorrow for stepping into the office with my right foot first? Should I just resign voluntarily? I didn't sleep a wink all night. I was late for work the next day. I rushed into the elevator in a panic. Just as the doors were about to close, I caught a glimpse of someone standing outside through the gap. It looked like my boss. My heart skipped a beat. I quickly slammed the close button. The doors slowly shut, leaving him standing outside, completely confused. I let out a sigh of relief. Phew, that was close. But of course, I'm a total disaster. I forgot to press the floor button. The doors slid open again. Lu Jinzhou outside quickly reached out and stopped the door. He stepped inside with one long stride. I was panicking like crazy. I inched a little toward the back. I reached out to press the button, but at that exact moment, Lu Jinzhou also raised his hand. Our hands accidentally collided mid-air. His hands were long and fair, with neatly trimmed nails, like a piece of art. At the touch of his skin, I felt a slight coolness. My face burned red instantly. The atmosphere was unbearably awkward. I hate the sudden silence the most. To break it, I spoke up first. Mr. Lu, what a coincidence. You're late too? I wanted to slap myself the second I finished. Lu Jinzhou's lips curved slightly, but he didn't react much. He only replied softly. His deep, magnetic voice echoed in the enclosed elevator. I stood there stiffly. From the corner of my eye, I saw that Lu Jinzhou was wearing a smoke gray suit today. His down jacket was draped over his wrist, not on his body. Chi, total actor. The suit accentuated every advantage of his figure perfectly, especially that perky butt. I stared a little too long and accidentally met his gaze. Wang Yi. Lu Jinzhou cleared his throat lightly and spoke softly. Me. I felt like a total pervert who just got caught red-handed. I'm dead. Is he gonna fire me next? I'm terrified. What do? I panicked, my brain racing. Then it hit me, keep smiling. Be nice, and bribe your way out. I quickly held out the breakfast I'd bought, trying to please him. Mr. Lu, would you like some breakfast? Lu Jinzhou declined. Another day. I've already eaten. I insisted, holding it out again. It's really good, but I used too much force. The soybean milk spilled all over his pants, right in the embarrassing area below the waist. I'm done for. The soybean milk was still steaming hot. I heard him hiss quietly in pain. Oh no! Did I burn him badly? So eager. Lu Jinzhou gritted his teeth, his voice restrained. Heaven, I want to disappear. I frantically pulled tissues out of my bag and knelt down to wipe it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Mr. Lu. I didn't mean to. My face was on fire, my heart freezing with fear. Unfortunately, the elevator doors slowly opened at that moment. A colleague stood outside, completely shocked. Mr. Lu, Yi, you too? I was stunned. Lu Jinzhou frowned, looking speechless, and stepped out of the elevator. He used his down jacket to cover the front of his pants. I hurried after him in a panic, but accidentally stepped off his shoe. Help! He stopped. I lost my balance and bumped into his back. The faint cedar scent hit me again. I held my sore nose, and I could almost hear Lu Jinzhou grinding his teeth. Wang Yi, pay the late fine and come see me in my office. I knocked on Lu Jinzhou's office door under the stares of all the gossipers. When I went in, he was holding the door frame, just coming out of the small suite connected to the reception room. His brows were tightly furrowed, his lips pressed thin. He looked uncomfortable. Mr. Lu, are you okay? I asked cautiously. It hurts. A thin layer of sweat broke out on Lu Jinzhou's forehead as he spoke with difficulty. It's swollen. Me. If you put it that way, I'm definitely getting mental images. I'm done for. Don't tell me I actually burned him badly. I can't afford to compensate for that. Then, should we go to the hospital? I lowered my head, not daring to look at him, my heart pounding. No, he replied. We can't delay treatment. Don't worry, Mr. Lu. I'll take full responsibility. Then tell me, how exactly do you plan to take responsibility? Me. Just kill me already. I'll go to the pharmacy and buy burn ointment right now. I was at a complete loss. Wait. Lu Jinzhou stopped me. He walked slowly to his desk, took a key out of a drawer, and tossed it to me. What's this? I stared at the key, confused. Go get some clean clothes. I'll send you the address to your phone. I glanced down at his lower half. The soybean milk had soaked a large patch of his pants. He really did need to change. Okay, Mr. Lu, I replied quickly. Before I left, I hesitated and reminded him. After a burn, it's best to rinse it with cold water. It can reduce the swelling. I asked carefully again. Should I get you some ice first? It can also help with swelling and no. He cut me off before I finished, and a faint flush rose to his face. I better just leave. On the way to Lu Jinzhou's apartment, I couldn't help calling my best friend. Girl, help me. I'm doomed. I cried and told her everything that happened that day. Sure enough, I was met with a 60-second burst of uncontrollable laughter. Wang Yi, you're really a born disaster. You're killing me. 3 seconds of silence for your perky butt, boss. I wanted to cry in despair. Do you think he'll be okay? It was just a little burn. Since the area was way too sensitive, I had to ask my player best friend for advice. She thought for a moment and analyzed with a straight face. You never know. Men's stuff is really fragile. There is even a chance he'll get trauma from this and won't be able to get it up anymore. Can't get it up? Then what should I do? Marry him and live a widow's life. I'm done. My heart is dead. With a heart full of anxiety, I arrived at my boss's apartment. It was decorated in a minimalist black, white, and gray style, spotlessly clean, but there were too many rooms, and I had no idea where to go. Helpless, I called Lu Jinzhou. Mr. Lu, which room are the clothes in? Lu Jinzhou's voice was calm. Second door on the right from the living room. I followed his directions and found the walk-in closet. His clothes were organized perfectly by category. Is it okay if I grab a pair of gray pants? I found a pair that matched the color of his top fairly well. And then, do you want me to get you long johns too? I asked cautiously. After all, it was freezing in winter, and he was injured. Where would I keep long johns? I don't own that stuff. Lu Jinzhou replied, sounding rather annoyed. Does wearing long johns ruin your CEO image? Suit yourself. Cry later when you get old cold legs. I grumbled to myself. Then I'll head back now, Mr. Lu. I took the pants and turned to leave. Lu Jinzhou's deep voice came through the speaker. That's it? Me? What else was I supposed to do? You expect me to go commando? Me? No, sir. I didn't mean that. I hurried to explain. In the middle drawer of the closet. My hands trembled as I opened the drawer. Neatly folded, and plenty of them. Mr. Lu, what color do you want? Whatever. Me. I like pink. But you don't have any. I glanced again and spotted a purple pair. Pretty flashy. I'll take this one. I picked it up with 2 fingers, like it was a hot potato. I accidentally took a quick look. Judging by the size, it was pretty impressive. My best friend's earlier big tree with tiny chili theory was way off. What a shame. I'm a sinner. I prayed silently. I betrayed my ex-boyfriend as 3 years of life for my boss's good health. I tucked the burn ointment in my bag, grabbed the clothes, and rushed back to the company at light speed. Lu Jinzhou's expression had returned to normal. I handed the items to him, trembling. The ointment should be applied 3 to 4 times a day on the affected area. He took it, glanced at it, then turned back to me. I lowered my head guiltily, planning to stay and watch. Me? Haha, no way. No way. Wish you a speedy recovery, Mr. Lu. I was a total coward and bolted. The thought of Lu Jinzhou leaving work with an embarrassing injury made me feel a twinge of guilt. I was just glad he hadn't fired me yet. Back at my desk, I settled into my 3-step routine. Gossip, slack off, wait for work to end. My slacking buddy suddenly grabbed me, sounding excited. It happened. It happened. Who gave birth? I asked, curious. Mr. Lu. Lu Jinzhou? Does he even have the function? Especially after what happened. My colleague gave me a look like I was an idiot. I mean promoted. Mr. Lu was promoted from vice president to president. The chairman is stepping back. The whole company is his now. What? I thought he was leaving. I'd been counting down the days until he was gone, thinking I'd be safe. Now, it was all over. Great. I was definitely getting fired. After thinking it over, I decided to send out resumes in advance. Following the principle of casting a wide net to catch more fish, I started mass applying. I opened Boss Japan and greeted every recommended position on the homepage, waiting for replies. Notification: company has viewed your resume. Great. That was fast. I opened my application history and froze in shock. Heaven, why did I apply to my own company? Position: president's assistant. Hello. I'm very interested in this position. Could we chat? 2 gray red tags on the left. The recipient was the president. Then a reply popped up. Wang Yi, come here. Was it too late to escape Earth overnight? In Lu Jinzhou's office, my toes were already curling with embarrassment. WL. Mr. Lu, I was just interested in the president's assistant role. I wanted to make some career progress. I stammered out an explanation, hoping to salvage the situation. Whether he believed it or not, I sure didn't. Whatever, just let me perish. Lu Jinzhou remained calm, a faint smile tugging at his lips. Why this position? Me? Because it's vacant. Mainly because I'm blind. It is vacant. But why pick you over everyone else? Me? Because I'm a person. Everyone else is a person. Why you and not them? Me? Because I'm not them. I was a master of nonsense talk. Honestly, it felt pretty good. Lu Jinzhou folded his hands and narrowed his eyes slightly. Fine, go to HR to handle the handover now. Will there be compensation, Mr. Liu? I figured termination should come within one pay at least. Compensation for a position transfer? Lu Jinzhou raised an eyebrow at me. I'm not getting fired? Wang Yi, are you trying to flee the scene of your crime? My injury isn't even healed yet, and you're already looking for a new job. It was surreal. Not only hadn't I been fired, I'd somehow become the president's assistant. It was practically a promotion in disguise. I was over the moon. Unfortunately, my desk was right in Lu Jinzhou's line of sight. Slacking off at work was now extremely difficult. Luckily, my boss went out to meet clients that afternoon. With nothing to do, I snuck out half an hour early. I'd recently had my eye on a super popular ramen shop with long lines every day. Fortunately, I arrived early and grabbed the last small table. The fragrant ramen was set down in front of me. I'd only taken a couple bites when I heard my boss's voice beside me. "Buddy, there's a spot here." Then he turned to me. "Miss, mind sharing the table with this guy?" Sure, I replied, mouthful of noodles, barely understandable. I suddenly looked up and saw the guy walking toward me. It was my boss. Wasn't he supposed to be meeting a client? Heaven. I buried my head so low I was practically swimming in my bowl, chanting silently, "Can't see me. Can't see me." Wang Yi, that familiar voice sounded like a death sentence. Hey, Mr. Liu, you left early too." I forced a smile. Panicked, I called out to the ramen shop owner like a flatterer. "Boss, make a big bowl for my boss." That didn't sound right. "No, get my boss a large bowl." "No, bring my boss a large bowl of white noodles." My habit of messing up words when nervous struck again. "Wang Yi, do you know the fine for leaving early?" "Yes." "Good. Remember to pay it tomorrow." "Great." The ramen suddenly tasted terrible. I scarfed it down into bites and hurried away. Thinking about the money I'd lose, I decided to walk home to save the 2 yuan bus fare. But of course, I couldn't resist on the way. I bought a milk tea and 3 grilled skewers. What a fulfilling day. Thankfully, tomorrow was the weekend. My joy lasted less than 2 seconds before a message from Lu Jinzhou popped up. "Work overtime tomorrow." 4 short words, and it felt like a bolt of lightning striking me dead. Cursed, cursed, cursed. I gritted my teeth in anger. He must have done it on purpose. I typed furiously. "Finally get 2 days off, and you just have to ruin it. Even the turtle in the wishing pool earns more than me. How do you even have the nerve to ask?" Then I deleted it all and replied, "Got it." I played games until 3 in the morning, losing 5 in a row. Some people drive at midnight, some watch the sea at midnight, and some people in their 20s get called trash by elementary school kids. I'm a national first-class protected waste. When my alarm went off the next day, I felt like my soul had left my body. I must have done terrible things in my past life to deserve waking up early for work in this one. Even beggars pick their weather to beg, but I have to go to work rain or shine. My resentment was heavier than any ghosts. I wanted to slap any dog that passed by. I mentally cursed Lu Jinzhou's ancestors several times over. I struggled to climb out of bed, collapsed, climbed up, collapsed again, until my best friend called. "Let's hang out this afternoon." I sighed, on the verge of death. "I don't have time." "Girl, how do you manage to have no love, no money, and no time?" Her ruthless laughter came through the phone, and she had a point. "Come on, I'm introducing you to 3 guys. All over 180 centimeters long legs," she added. "If my best friend does well, I'll never run out of boyfriends." It sounded tempting. Maybe I should call in sick? "Mr. Liu, my eyes suddenly hurt and I can't come to work. I'm asking for leave." I typed and sent the message to Lu Jinzhou, then flopped back down for more sleep. I slept until midday, feeling refreshed. My best friend had booked a high-end club for the afternoon. She really did bring 3 long-legged guys, pale, pretty, cute puppy-type boys. You don't need too many boyfriends. 3 or 5 is enough. People need to learn to be content, especially women. She smiled devilishly and whispered in my ear. I swallowed hard. I was more than content. "Wang Yi, look at you, great looks, and great looks. How come you don't have a man?" "Me? Thanks a lot. Aren't these guys better than your perky bud boss?" "Go on, give one a slap and feel it," my best friend murmured quietly. She was so right. Lu Jinzhou only had a nice butt, long legs, a handsome face, and a bunch of money. How could he compare to these young guys? "Sister, you're so beautiful, sister. Do you like cute guys or tough ones? Sister, can I chase you?" I slowly lost my mind in the stream of sisters. It was truly a dazzling, confusing sight. "Wang Yi, Having fun, huh? Spending all your money on this? I replied cheerfully. Happiness is free. Extra happiness might cost a little. I looked up. Fuck. Why was Lu Jinzhou here? His face dark. He grabbed me and dragged me away. In a cramped corner, his familiar cedar scent surrounded me again. Your eyes hurt? Faced with his sharp gaze, I chickened out. They can. Suddenly open now. His tall figure closed in on me. It's not like you can't slap it, but I don't do unprofitable deals. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. What are you gonna give me in return? I was speechless. What could I give? Slap each other's butts. Ugh, even a pervert like me thinks that's weird. Heh, never mind. You're still injured. I realized that sounded wrong right away. No, I mean, I don't want to. I was just talking trash back then, sir. I have no improper thoughts about you at all. How dare I do something so outrageous? Everything had been going wrong lately. I told myself, stay inside. Less chance of running into my boss. But at a class reunion that day, something even more unlucky happened than meeting my boss at work. I ran into my ex-boyfriend. The cheap, stingy, suddenly successful jerk-ex. Just because I dated him, I could never hold my head up around my best friend again. He showed up late, arm in arm with his girlfriend, with a sarcastic look on his face. Well, if it isn't Wang Yi. Still single? I should thank you, actually. If I hadn't broken up with you, I never would have met King. He gazed affectionately at the little girlfriend snuggled in his arms. Well, if it isn't the master of empty promises, my best friend beside me could barely hold back from tearing him apart. How dare you bring that up? When you were with my friend, all you did was swear, someday, in a couple days, later on, I was gonna. Before. Trust me. I love you, and I'll give it to you later. Who are you making empty promises to? The kind you flip all the way to the next life. My ex-boyfriend flew into a rage. You, stop slandering me. My best friend flipped her hair and kept going without pausing. You went to the movies without buying dinner, got free burgers at McDonald's, and even split the cost for the vouchers. What did you ever buy my friend? Dating you wasn't dating, it was charity. What? You think you're some hot shot now that you graduated and make a little money? Dream on. You're just a scrawny chicken. She got more fired up as she went, and the others started whispering. You. The empty promise king was left speechless. What you piece of trash. Stay away from us. My friend could snap her fingers and get a guy 10,000 times better than you. My best friend was seriously the best mouthpiece ever, though she did oversell me a little. If I had that game, I wouldn't still be single. Heh. My ex-boyfriend glanced at me disdainfully. That single hair pushed my best friend over the edge. Wang Yi, you go right outside and bring back a guy. Now. Me. Girl, you really think highly of me. Don't let that garbage look down on you. Use the same courage you had teasing your boss. Forced into a corner, I walked out in front of everyone. Sigh. I'd just pretend I lost a dare and find some sucker. I scanned the area. A guy with red-dyed hair stood out. I hesitated, then walked up to him. Hey, handsome. Want a date? The red-haired guy slowly looked up. Whoa! Such a pale, cute young guy. You, sure. He seemed a little shy. But, can you wait for me for a year? My brother doesn't let me date early. Date early? Do kids this age even look like this now? My bad. Wang Yi, you're casting your net pretty wide. You even set your sights on my brother. Your brother? Wait a minute, the person sitting across from the red-haired guy was my boss? Fuck. Why do I run into him everywhere? Can he not be so omnipresent? My first instinct, run. But my legs wouldn't move. A strong pull on my wrist, and I fell into the familiar cedar scent. Brother, is it polite to steal someone like this? The red-haired guy reminded weakly. Lu Jinghang, get back home right now. Skip class again, and I'll cancel all your cards. Lu Jinzhou shot him a glare, and the red-haired guy bolted instantly. I tried to inch back quietly, but my waist was suddenly gripped tighter. Run away after flirting? Lu Jinzhou lowered his head. His thick black brows, narrow, deep eyes, high nose, and slightly red lips came into full view. My heart raced wildly. If I don't run, am I asking for death? Before I could finish, my mouth was blocked by Lu Jinzhou's lips. My head spun. I couldn't believe it. Still mad at me. One arm held my waist firmly. His hot breath brushed my ear, tickling. I was lost for words, until my best friend's high-pitched scream broke the spell. I hurriedly pushed him away, grabbed my best friend, and ran. I gasped, my mind in chaos. My bestie stared at me helplessly. You got kissed. Me. What? What should I do? She said calmly. Kiss him back. I was too scared. Things were getting out of hand. What do you think he meant by that? I was confused. Wang Yi, are you stupid? Start a spicy office romance. If he docks your pay, make him kneel on a washboard. Make Lu Jinzhou kneel on a washboard? It sounded oddly exciting. That unexpected kiss kept me up all night. The faint feeling on my lips made my heart race even more. I got up and chugged 2 glasses of ice water to calm down. I woke up early with a terrible stomachache. I'd been an idiot, drank ice water right before my period. I rolled around in bed in pain. I really had to take a sick day, but the thought of yesterday's kiss made me nervous. I took a deep breath and called Lu Jinzhou. What's wrong? His deep, magnetic voice came through. Mr. Lu, I want to ask for sick leave. I messed up my words again. My whole stomach hurts. Really sick. He asked suddenly. I'm not faking. I swear. I was so flustered. Send me your address. He cut me off. I sent it to him silently. 10 minutes later, he arrived. I scrambled to open the door. He frowned at how terrible I looked. What's wrong? Dysmenorrhea, I mumbled. Let's go to the hospital. Can we not? I was terrified of hospitals. He sighed helplessly and left. Left? What was he here for? I was confused, but he was back in less than 10 minutes holding a bag. Inside were ibuprofen, brown sugar, and sanitary pads. He handed me a pill and a glass of warm water, watching me take it, then went to the kitchen. Soon, he came out with a bowl of ginger brown sugar syrup. Drink. I stared at it, not moving. You want me to feed you? He smiled faintly. No, I don't like ginger. Fussy. He went back and made one without ginger. It felt like my boss was serving me. I felt secretly pleased. I drank it obediently, but my stomach still hurt. Then, I felt a warm rush. My flow was heavy, and I stained my pants. I struggled to get up. Where are they? I'll get them. He held me down. Bedroom. Closet. What color? Anything? Purple. This felt weirdly familiar. What goes around comes around. I covered my face, wanting to cry. After a while, the ibuprofen kicked in. I felt alive again. Lu Jinzhou sat beside me, long legs crossed. His phone kept ringing, and he turned back into his cold CEO self as he answered. I couldn't help staring. He noticed and patted my head. A small smile played on his lips. Was he petting a dog? Reschedule my flight to this afternoon. He hung up and looked at me. I'm going on a business trip for a project. About a week. Business trip? Rescheduled because of me? I wondered. Rest until you feel better. Okay. I nodded dazedly. It felt strange. What were we exactly? I was confused and finally asked. Thank you, Mr. Lu. Lu Jinzhou frowned, pulled me into his arms, and looked deep into my eyes. What did you call me? My heart raced again. Lu Jinzhou. What are we to each other? I blurted out. He raised an eyebrow and smiled. What do you think? I don't know. I didn't have any improper thoughts about you at first. I was always such a coward. Oh, what about now? Now, maybe, a little, I admitted shyly. I couldn't resist temptation. What about you? Me? He chuckled and whispered in my ear. A little more than you. Then he kissed me deeply. I was gone. Idiot. He patted my head again as I gasped, blushing. Wait for me. Slack off all you want, but don't go after other guys. Okay. I'm in love. Am I really? I could barely believe it. It felt unreal happy. Lu Jinzhou was busy on his trip, but he still called me every day, making me blush like crazy. That bastard was so good at flirting. He controlled my emotions easily. I was such a rookie. I asked my bestie for advice. How do I outtalk Lu Jinzhou? She said confidently. Easy. Don't be shy. Be direct. Surprise him. I kind of got it. Lu Jinzhou called again, his voice lazy and deep. I'm coming back tomorrow. Did you miss me? Yes. Direct. Just like she said. He was surprised and laughed. Good. I'll be back soon. What gift do you want? I thought about outsmarting him and said, I want you. A loud cough came from the other end. He panicked. I silently thanked my bestie. She knew how to handle men. I was happily slacking off when a last-minute meeting was announced. And Lu Jinzhou was there. He was back. Not tomorrow? The meeting was short. He distributed materials and assigned work quickly. Meeting over. You can leave. I was about to slip out with everyone when he said, Wang Yi, stay. Over time, he looked at me, an unreadable expression on his face. Over time? I was confused. When the last person left, Lu Jinzhou rushed to me, pulled me into his arms, and kissed me hard. My legs went weak. It was too intense. This was the office. I pushed him away, blushing. I thought you were coming back tomorrow. I couldn't wait. He kissed me again. I covered my swollen lips and looked at him, wronged. He smiled and ruffled my hair. Grab your things. Let's go. Huh? I thought it was overtime. It is. He smiled mysteriously. Overtime to unwrap your gift. Unwrap the gift. No, he wasn't serious. All that plan to outsmart him? I just walked right into his trap. That overtime left me sore, and unwrapping the gift left me burning with embarrassment. My bestie's advice was a lie. I got exactly what I deserved. We started a secret office romance. The sneaking around was thrilling. 6 late arrivals this month. Any reason? Assistant Wang? Lu Jinzhou looked at me innocently. Chi. He knew exactly why. I have a clingy dog at home. I lied with a straight face. Pay the fine. Sure. I smiled sweetly. Then I kicked him under the desk. Ow, Wang Yi. Why did you kick me? Manager Lee from HR winced in pain. Accident. Oops, kicked the wrong person. After the meeting, Manager Lee pulled me aside. Wang Yi, are you secretly dating someone at work? I froze. We were caught. I've done this for years. I can tell. Who were you really aiming for? Joe from design or Kuz from marketing? His eye was good, but not that good. It's not them. I sweated. Tell your little bill partner to come clean to me. I'll go easy on you. Manager Lee, a word. Lu Jinzhou appeared out of nowhere, cutting us off. 10 minutes later, Manager Lee walked out of the president's office, sweating. Are you okay, Manager Lee? He wiped his forehead and forced a smile. Please, just call me Zhao Li, huh? Also, Mr. Lu is firing Joe and Kuz. What? I pushed open the president's office door. Someone was being a jealous, cute baby. Lu Jinzhou looked up at me with a dark face, then looked away. Lu Jinzhou, I don't even know those two. Manager Lee guessed. Don't hurt innocent people. He turned his head and ignored me. I tugged at his shirt. Is Mr. Lu jealous? He huffed and still ignored me. So stubborn. I had to cheer him up. I leaned my head on his chest, pretending to be sad. I'm sick. Lu Jinzhou immediately softened and held me, worried. What's wrong? I whispered in his ear. The doctor said I've been poisoned. Only intimacy can cure me. I pulled on his tie. Wanna work overtime, Mr. Lu? Something in his eyes ignited. Wang Yi. The night was still long. The end.